Welcome to Riverside Insights Gifted Coordinator Toolkit on CogAT plus Achievement Data equals Growth. I'm Monica Simons. You are here. Let's get started by watching a video overview of this module. Let's start with your elevator speech. This is your why. This is how you communicate the importance of looking at ability and achievement data together to ensure student growth. Regardless of the state that you are in, there is likely some sort of growth measure that is part of your accountability system. And being able to correlate your ability and achievement data so that you can plan best to grow your students is powerful. The instructional implications include increasing academic growth for all students, empowering your teachers to make instructional decisions that include potential and strengths, and identifying mismatches in student potential and performance. If you have a student who has a high score on an ability test but is not performing in the classroom or on an achievement test, it is a great opportunity to work with that student to determine what that mismatch is and why he or she is not performing at his or her potential. Let's dive into the guiding questions. The first thing you need to do is to gather a lot of information so you understand the parameters of what you are working with. What do the laws say about what you are required to assess and when and how? So what are your state assessment requirements and how do those fit into any accountability system in your state or your school? Some schools may have some federal assessment requirements, and some students may fall under some special student services. And so you want to be sure you have a clear understanding how all of those pieces fit together. And then identify your district priorities specifically around achievement and academic growth. How is it measured and how high is that priority? Most say they want every student to grow at least a year in a year. And that is your entry point into this conversation. Next, what ability data do you have available to you and on which students? Do you have universal screening at any grade level so that you can have data on every child, or are you only using CogAT to assess students who have been referred for gifted services? Once you have determined how to use CogAT or another ability test along with achievement to demonstrate how to impact positively student growth, it's a great opportunity to go back and say to those who have the ability to make decisions that a wider opportunity for students to be assessed for ability is important to being able to meet their academic needs. Now, once you know this information, think about which staff have access to ability data measures. Many times, the classroom teacher, who is the one closest to the students, does not have that information. Now, while you may not want to provide them access to data manager or another data management system, they do need to have this information so they understand how their students learn best. So how can you provide that for them? And how do teachers use this ability data for instructional planning? Most of the time, the answer is probably that they are not using this information. So this is a great opportunity to begin thinking about how they could use it and how you're going to communicate that. And here is where the real planning begins. Where will you begin? Is there a pioneer campus? In other words, a first campus that's going to pave the way for the rest? Or do you have a team that's interested and has been asking questions about your ability data and how they can use it with achievement data? Will you start with one teacher, a team, or an entire campus? It's going to depend on who is ready to have this conversation. But before you have the conversation, what training will they need to understand? What is ability data? What is achievement data? And what is their relationship to one another? Riverside Insights has quite a few webinars on this very topic. Make sure you have a clear and deep understanding and then prepare training that provides them enough information and clear communication points. Do you have a system in place within your district to look at ability and achievement data together? And if not, how do you get one? Do you have a data department that can create something like this for you? Are you an expert at using Excel so you can do it yourself? Riverside Insights is providing a wonderful Excel spreadsheet that can actually do this for you. And then what are the metrics for success with using this? Is it going to be monitoring the growth of the students who are involved in this process? Is it going to be monitoring how teachers plan using the data together? Set some goals for this so you can be striving for it at all times, and then you can demonstrate your success. If you have a formal evaluation process for teachers, this is a great opportunity to tap into it. If there is a part of that assessment or evaluation process that involves teacher planning or teacher data analysis or knowledge of students, leverage that to help teachers understand this is part of what they do anyway. And so you are going to provide them a deeper way of performing the tasks that are already expected of them, and that it will improve and increase their outcomes. So your 3 best practices where you start: correlate CogAT and achievement data. Look for those outliers. And then focus instruction on student strengths and use CogAT data to inform instruction. It is so often not used for anything other than identifying students for gifted services, and that was not the original intent, nor it is the purpose now. Dive deeper into the research. We hope this video orientation on CogAT plus achievement data equals growth has been helpful. Let's continue the conversation and learn together.